Good evening, YouTube. Hardball Crazy Comeback video. Derek here. Just got back in town. It's been a while doing a few videos. I got cards piled up for videos. I just been procrastinating, busy with work, and so forth. But this weekend, I took a day off from work today to go to the first ever Detroit Sports Spectacular. There's a weekend event, Friday through Sunday. A whole bunch of Detroit local college and pro sports legends, I guess. Current players, a little bit, but the Tigers has a few Tigers, but they were all canceled today because I was kind of curious how they would be there signing autographs, have a game at 4 o'clock, whatever. But anyways, it was a big event, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I think the same people did the Chicago one the last few years. If you're familiar with like the Chicago Sports Fest or Spectacular they had. Same company. This is the first ever one in Detroit. It's the same building that the Detroit Motor City Comic Con is in, and my brother goes to that every year. I went to visit my brother, and we drove together to this Detroit Sports Spectacular. He wanted to get a Barry Sanders autograph, but that ended up not happening because he got the tickets and everything, but he had photo ops and stuff like that, and it was ended up being a 2 hour wait or something rather. He just like, I give up, I'm not doing it. He already had an autograph insert card or something rather. He just wanted it in person, so he got a refund and he's going back tomorrow to get a couple Tigers, I think. But I didn't want to get any autographs. I kind of passed the in-person wait in line and do autographs thing because usually the getting impatient is waiting in line, and usually the in-person autographs are overpriced. It's cool that you know the card's signed in front of you and everything. You see the person signing it, but I'd rather just get pulled, certified inserts. A lot of these guys are just like, it's fine with me. So I'm kind of past the waiting in line type stuff. I just wanted to go to the show. Like I said, it was the Motor City Comic Con. It's where I tell you my brother went. It's a lot busier than the Comic Con that is at Sports Spectacular. Like, there's a lot of showroom space that wasn't used, and he said the whole parking area, one thing was just closed off because that wasn't used. But it was a good show. I picked up a few things, 11 cars or so, 3 or 4 different dealers. There was I would have had no idea what kind of show it was going to be. It could have been all ultra modern. It could have been vintage. Could have been both. But it was a lot of good stuff there. Saw a few dealers with mind-boggling vintage stuff. Saw SGC 9 Ty Cobb E-card from like 1910, like whoa. Um, and saw a bunch of unique Ty Cobbs, and saw a bunch of Babe Ruths, like a super small national, a whole bunch of little stuff. Major vendors were there, trading card companies. Of course, JSA was there certifying the autographs that people got in person. Beckett was there. They were in a little old corner in the corner. I don't know why. They were like in the corner by itself. Barely anybody even walked by. They just walked by and barely got any sniff of any traffic over there in a little corner. Little FYI, PSA was there. So I was kind of looking for SGC was there too, but walked by the PSA table, the order sheet for sitting gradings. There was an SGC thing in there, so I guess the SGC and PSA are the same booth, but never really advertises SGC and the big banners or anything like that. But if you fill out the form, you can say I want SGC on it. So it might be something similar to National. Keep that in mind if you're looking for an SGC booth. Even though it might be its National, they might have its own booth anyways. But that's kind of what I noticed there. So kind of keep that in mind of future shows and so forth. Onto the cards I got today. I only got like 12 cards from like 4 different vendors. I didn't want to spend a great deal of money because of the Nationals coming up. I don't want to make a huge dent into my national budget. I could have easily with some of the vintage or pre-war stuff and that I saw there, but I just said nope. I'm gonna temper it down a little bit. So here's a few cards I picked up. I wasn't looking for this card, but this card had it for 15. I said, you want to take 10 for us? Yeah. It's a Ronald Acuna Jr. rookie year card insert. You're probably familiar with this insert, Legend of the Making. It was a retail insert only, but let's try to get the glare out of it. But I noticed this is the black parallel. There's a base, there's a blue, there's a black, and there's like harder to get gold and red and platinum, I think. But I have the Soto and see it's black ash like charcoal background, and the black is a lot harder to get in the into the base and uh, blue parallels. So I thought, oh, I'll get a Ronald Acuna Jr. tougher retail insert, kind of a cool insert, rookie year insert. So I thought I'll pick that up. Decent price. Um, no, we're all collecting plastic these days, slabs and everything. So I decided to just collect a plastic slab, new just for the slab, because we do. That's how we're supposed to collect in 2024, right? That's what I did. Seriously though, Arena was there. That's the first time I ever seen Arena slabs in person, and they had a stack of cards, already pre-slab. They didn't really have. I think they had order form, but just basically promoting their business or something. So basically, they had a stack of cards pre-slabbed in their own holders and everything. This is the first time I've ever seen their holders in person. They're pretty decent, I guess. And but they had like the price down there and they're like 25% off. So my guess was they just want to price some semi-valuable cards, discount them out in shows just to get into people's collections, get to see people have Arena cards slabs out and open so people know what they look like. So that's what I did. I picked up a Miguel Cabrera, I think this 2022 Stadium Club Chrome Beam Team Refractor. I got it for $15. They had a price for 20. I don't know. I didn't know what the top, what the 9.5. I didn't know what we're going for, but let's get a Miguel autograph insert card number to 50. And Beam Team's got some cachet too in a hobby from the basketball and Beam Teams and stuff. And it's a good price, I guess. Just to have one Arena slab in my collection. They're similar to they're a little shorter to a PSA slab. Let me hold on. Let me get a PSA slab. See, they're a little smaller and a little thicker, about the thickness of an SGC slab, and that's what the Arena slab is. It's got kind of a holographic refracting flip there, and on the back they have the QR reader. You can look inside. It's got the subgrades there, and you can look in more details. I haven't looked at this card yet. Details on the what the grading review of it is. So I got my first Arena slab in my collection. Supporting Derek Jeter, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. Worst case scenario, I got a cool Miguel Cabrera insert card number to 50. One of my all-time favorites. I found a card from my Negro League collection. This is, I think, number 43 of Playing Days Negro Leaguers. Oakland Oaks, Remar Bread of Alonzo Perry. He was a two-way player, pitcher and an outfielder. He was hurt his arm, so he ended up playing more later in his career as a hitter, but he was a decent pitcher. I played for the Birmingham Black Barons. You see in the back that mentions that. This is a 49 Remar Bread. He was on the 48 Negro League World Series. The Barons won. And he played in Rickwood Field, which they're going to have a game here in a few weeks. He was, Legends has he has helped discovered Willie Mays for Birmingham, but I don't know if the Legends was really serious or not. But he was with Birmingham Barons with Willie Mays' teammate. He ended up being Piper Davis's right-hand man for a little bit because he was able to steal the opposing team's signs. And if you know Willie Mays' background with Birmingham, that players took turns in chaperoning Willie Mays every night, post games and stuff. But Perry and one other player, Jimmy Newberry, was not allowed to because Perry, he liked to party a little bit and liked the women. So he was probably a bad influence on Mays, so he wasn't a chaperone of Willie Mays. Everybody else in Birmingham team was, except for him and Newberry. He played very briefly with the with Oakland Oaks, and but he had his greatest part of his career was in Latin America, Dominican Republic, and Mexico. He was a really big star down there, and a nice Negro League career, two-way player. Liked to party, liked to play ball, liked the women, and I add Alonzo Perry to my Negro League PC. The last dealer I went to, I found a guy who had a binder full of autograph cards, playing days cards from 60s, 70s, 80s into the 90s. He did a whole bunch of in-person autographs. I guess he worked for the Tigers, I think. For the conversations I kind of overheard with other people. But I kind of went through the binders and got 8 cards of Hall of Very Gooders, I guess, mostly. A couple other players who are significant, I guess, impact, I guess, in the game. The first one is the one and only. If you know, you're familiar with Bill Lee. How about a Bill Lee Spaceman rookie card signed? It's like he had a list of like for $4 or something like that. That's hard to pass up. These cards are in really good shape too for the era. So these are like almost packed, pulled fresh cards. Bill Lee autograph, rookie card. I'll always love the card picture of Fenway with the green monster in the back. Little fun fact, little fun memory of here. You all familiar with the Citgo sign behind the green monster? That's behind. Try to think of the name of the street behind the green monster. I can't think of it off the top of my head. But whenever I see that, it always reminds me of an interview with Joe Carter back in the 80s. I think it was like a pre-game game of the week on NBC, and I think he always hit well in Boston. And when somebody talks about that Citgo sign, he always reads it as "see it go." As he hits his home runs, you have to see it go. That's whenever I see a Citgo sign, my baseball mind always thinks, see it go with Joe Carter. Anyways, I digress. 78 Topps Cesar Cedeno. Kind of a cool autograph insert. The old Astros cards. Good player. This player here, I tried to get TTM with the exact same card. Never got it. So this was like several years ago. Never got returned, so it was a TTM failure. But he had this card, exact same card, autograph, so I had to get it to redeem my failure, I guess. My striking out on TTM. And probably a guy you have never heard of is Jake Wood, Tigers. He was most notably on a 61 Tiger team that won 100 games. Probably one of the greatest Tigers teams ever, but they ran into the 61 Yankees. Won 101 games, but the Yankees still finished like 7 games behind Mantle and Maris and company and that juggernaut of the 61 Yankees. But nowadays, the 61 Tigers are forgotten. He was bad at the top of the leadoff, top of the order with Billy Bruton. He, I think, might have led the league in triples that year. So he was a pretty good player for a little bit. But most notably about Jake Wood and Tiger history is, we all know that if you know your Tiger baseball history, they're the second to last team to integrate. And Ossie Virgil was the first black player, but he was Latina black. And first African American was Larry Doby. But Jake Wood was the first position player the Tigers signed, developed, and came through the system. First African American player they developed, signed, and developed through the system to become a Tiger. A little piece of Detroit Tiger history. Jake Wood. If you're a football fan in the 70s and 80s, his younger brother is Richard Wood of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a linebacker. I remember having my brother having a few cards of him. I think 81 Topps, 80 Topps, somewhere in there. Got a card of the Penguin. Great looking 78 Topps card with the All-Star Shield. Can't go wrong getting a signed card of the Penguin, the Dodgers. These eight autographs I spent like a total of $80 on, 5 autographs I think. So do the math. So average about $12, $15 each or so in that area. Next guy, I had his have his rookie card already. Had his autograph already as a part of a 2003 Yankees. Was that big set with all the autographs, pinstripes era set or whatever it was. I've got a whole bunch of autographs from that set. But I didn't have his autographed rookie card, which seems to be the biggest thing. You know, got to have a Blind Days autographed rookie card on. He's kind of a not a Hall of Famer, but because of his stats was suppressed by in a huge ballpark. But analytically, he's more of a darling, and he was a really good player, all-star and everything. As Jimmy Wynn, the toy cannon. So I now have his autographed rookie card of toy cannon, Jimmy Wynn. I already had his rookie card thing. I might just sell that one off, trade it off or something. I don't really collect duplicates, even though one's autographed, one's not. I'm not a duplicate collector, but having a rookie card, autographed rookie card of a guy I always liked, toy cannon, Jimmy Wynn, good ball player, and good add him in my collection. And my last one, he's been a Hall of Fame ballot before. Perhaps one of the best pitchers of American League in the 1950s. Probably the best one not in the Hall of Fame. Whitey Ford is probably the best one, and I don't know most of the top pitchers that are National Leaguers. But he's been on the ballot. He was on the last era committee ballot for his era. Number retired with the White Sox is Billy Pierce, my first Billy Pierce autograph, and this is a 60 Topps All-Star. Of course, the 60 Topps All-Star is a higher number. So get a autograph, Billy Pierce card. This is a great-looking autograph, high number. Just getting a high number card of him in this good, nice condition is a nice card enough to get it signed. Why not? So I got these autographs. 6 guys. Total really nice card and autographs. I think for a total of $80 or so. I think it's a good deal. None of it's certified, but I trusted the vendors, where he came from and what his collection looks like and his story. So I think they're legit and they look legit. Anyways, that's my pickups at Detroit Sports Spectacular. Maybe I'll do it as an annual thing. Kind of a cool thing. Hope it grows. Become like the biggest Michigan show maybe out there. Like I told my brother, to have it continue to grow, I think he has to have 2 major things going their way. I think continue to have good signers there just to draw people in, and have good time of good scheduling of when to have it too. If it's too close to the national, that might be a deterrent because people are saving money for the national. If it's some other big car show that weekend in the area, in the region, that might deter it. Maybe get closer to spring, maybe. I don't know. Powers to be could figure that out, but there's got to be good scheduling up in it. Anyways, I rambled long enough. That's my day. Thank you for watching. I talked long enough. Thank you. Have a good night.